to understand how God sees giving, so that you will not just grow materially, but you will also grow in relationship with God. And there are 5 covenants. The first covenant of giving that God opened up is what he had with Noah. In Genesis chapter 8, from verse 20 to verse 22. You know, before that time, in Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, God said, my spirit will no longer strive with man, for the imagination and thought of man is evil. So God had given up on the earth. Noah was the only righteous man. And so when the earth was destroyed, Noah prayed. And so God now decided, knowing fully well that the man that will still emerge will still be a man of the flesh, because the Holy Ghost had not yet come, he now decided to create a covenant that covers both the good and the evil. This covenant does not have any relationship with God. It is God's universal expression of love and benevolence. In fact, God said, Jesus teaching now, and he said that God causes the sun to shine both on the good and the evil. And he causes the rain to fall both on the righteous and the unrighteous. That is God's benevolence. So, it's righteous or wrong, those are universal expressions of the love of God. And so what God did through Noah was to allow his love be with man, so that man will no longer be destroyed. Because if God does not activate this covenant, his anger will still destroy man. But he didn't want to destroy man again. So he gave a seal of the rainbow, that so long as you see the rainbow, know that my mercy is with humankind. And he now gave us a principle. Since we no longer have a relationship with him, he gave us a principle that seed time and harvest shall not cease. That means when a man give, he will receive. Not because he has a relationship. God has already concluded that the man is evil. His imagination is evil. But he doesn't want to destroy the evil man. The only way he can get the man to survive and to subdue the earth and to dominate the earth is through a technology of giving and receiving. And so when a man is giving, he will be blessed. Not because God accepts the offering, but because God has decided to create a law that makes for this man to prosper, even though he has no relationship with him. That was what God opened to humankind. Now, there are 2 dimensions to this reality. The first is that Christians don't take advantage of it. And so when we are teaching and we want to encourage Christians, we let them know that if you don't take advantage of this position, they won't. And so if you want to prosper, it's important for you to take advantage of this position. If a politician gives, he will prosper. If a Yahoo person gives, he will prosper. If a thief gives, he will prosper. And you need to know that this giving is not just church. Because it's not only church you give to and prosper. The Bible says, he that giveth to the poor shall not lack. He didn't say God will bless him. So there are various kinds of giving. All of that was designed because God had seen humankind that the imagination of their heart is continually evil and he can no longer strive with them. So in order not to destroy the world again and for man to continually dominate the earth, let the man have a system that will preserve him until he comes into relationship. But now that he's not yet in relationship, he should prosper by this system. And many people hear things like this and they will tell you that no, if a wicked man gives, it's an abomination. Do you know that the prayer of the wicked man is also an abomination? How did all of us get saved? Is it not by praying to God? So you don't pick scriptures and interpret it in an isolated context. The laws God gave through Noah is so that both good and evil will be preserved. But God didn't stop there. So the first side of this truth is that we encourage believers to do it. Because this law have no regard for whether you are righteous or unrighteous. So if you don't do it, you will pray but you will still be poor. You will fast but you will still be poor. Now, the second dimension to this reality is the dimension of caution. Caution because if you teach only this, your church will become a carnal church. That's why today, all our teaching on giving is give and it shall be given unto you. And the more people are giving, the more they are becoming carnal. Because we are assuming that because the people are giving, God accepts them. God doesn't accept you just because you gave. You can give and God doesn't accept you. And your offering, it is rejected. I hope you've heard me say here many times that if a politician gives and we know he's a thief, we say, take your money. If a thief gives, we say, get out. God is interested in you first. Are you following me? But you need to understand that anybody that gives shall be given unto him. That's the law.